Robert, D, Zoe, what's going on? Hi, Josh. How are you? Miss you guys. How's everybody doing on this lovely Thursday evening, bro? Melissa, oh, thanks for asking, Francis. He said, "Hi, Melissa. How's your back?" It's getting a little bit better, but to be honest, my muscles are still kind of sore. But man, I've been missing the basketball court. Hopefully, I can get back in on that in a couple days or so because I don't. I'll just shoot around a little bit and shoot some hoops. Um, Hi, Jesse. Doing well. How are you? Doing okay. Oh my gosh, abs, abs. I love that you're in these lives, girl. I miss you. Thank you so much. It's Abercrombie. It's Abercrombie, and this thing is so comfortable. Me and my boyfriend watch you all the time. You're our only favorite fragrance reviewer. You know what? Life of Progress. That is the best thing I have read all day. Thank you so much. Shout out to you and your mans. I appreciate the love and support. It really means a lot. I really enjoy doing this. It's a lot of fun, and I love getting to talk to all of you. James, what's up? I'm good, man. How are you? How are you? My scent of the day is nothing, actually. There's still a little bit of a hint of what I was wearing last night, but didn't throw anything on today. Thoughts on Christian Louboutin, Louis Vuitton? Louis Vuitton? Louis Vuitton fragrances. I haven't tried any of them. I've heard of that from one person, but when I try it, I'll let you know. And I plan to keep this live pretty small just because, let me tell y'all, I'm going to have dinner, maybe around 6:30, right? And then I'm going to kick ass at Catan because that has been my new favorite board game. If you guys have ever played Settlers of Catan, if there's a way to play that online, I'd be all about it. You know what I'm saying? But I actually haven't been looking to see if they have apps for it. But the game is so fun. I've been playing it for like 4 nights in a row. It's so good. Daniel says Warriors or Celtics? Warriors for this. I'm a Lakers fan, and going for the Celtics is just, I can't. That rivalry runs too heavy. Jordy, hi. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Never heard of that game. How do you play? Well, it's pretty much this board game that if you hit 10 points, you win. And there's just, you got to trade. You got to make trades with people. You can stab people in the back. You can be a bit malicious, all that sort of stuff. It's a mind game. It's good. It's good. Did you hear that L'Oreal bought by Red? I did not hear that. Wow. L'Oreal has so many things under their belt. Let's see. Warriors, come on. Francis. What are your thoughts on Beau de Jour? I have not tried that yet, Jesse. Have I tried that cologne, the Ambassador by Gisada? No, I have not. I have not tried that fragrance. I've heard both about the feminine and the masculine, and I'd be down to give it my honest opinion. It's so nice. You deserve it. Your channel is amazing and a breath of fresh air. What is your 3 favorite fragrances on a man versus a woman right now? I really love Blouse by YSL. On my girlfriend, I love Atrep Revs and Angel Share on her. Those are... Oh, no, you know what? Right now, I'm going to swap out Angel Share with Gin and Rose Water by Tokyo Milk, which is a nice cheapie. Very fresh fragrance because of the warm weather that we're in. I don't really have favorites on men, to be honest, because I love unisex fragrances. And I guess you could say I wear more of the masculine stuff, but it's still not even that masculine. The ones that I really like are just super unisex, All right, let's see. I'm good too, Jordy. Thank you for asking. All right, Robert, what do we got? Do I have any frags on my radar? I would love to try Tiger by Bulgari. Haven't had the chance to yet. I know that y'all have heard me talk about that for a minute, but I still want to. KJ, what's up? Suggestions for tomorrow night club scent. Oh man, just something that lasts a long time. You can go in the sweet direction. I mean, what are you thinking between? Yeah, you let me know what your options are, and I'll let you know which one I find to be the best for that situation. I have a question. Is Mont Blanc Legend Spirit a great day fragrance? Yes, because it smells like fresh deodorant. Only downside with that fragrance is the performance, but honestly, it's like a 35, $45 fragrance on discount sites. So don't trip too heavy about that. I got Naxos. It feels like it's more of a winter frag. Definitely. It's definitely a fall winter fragrance or a nighttime scent. No doubt. Just because it's a heavier tobacco vanilla. Not tobacco, sorry. Well, it is tobacco, but I meant honey tobacco fragrance. Appropriate places to wear Molecule 01. Literally everywhere. You can wear that thing anywhere and it will be fine. You can wear it on, you know what? Of course, like with airplanes, that's tricky. But then even for me, I did test it on an airplane and it stayed very close to my scent bubble, which is why I always say that Molecule 01 is a smart fragrance because it knows how to adapt to different situations. When I'm just sitting, doing nothing, it stays very close to me. But the second I step out in the sun and I'm moving around, that if I'm being active, that thing is going. Just got a sample of Carlisle today. Not the biggest fan, which I'm sure you're happy about. More for you. Yeah, KJ, you know how it is. I actually posted, I don't know if you all saw this, but a short on YouTube where I was basically talking about the fragrances that have, gotten me some pretty nice, wild reactions, right? And the last one, I pick up the bottle of the one you just mentioned, and it's very clearly that bottle. But then I like kind of put it down and I'm like, Bleu de Chanel, just get Bleu de Chanel right as a joke. And so many people right over their heads, they're like, oh, Bleu de Chanel's so basic, blah, 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 blah. You don't know your stuff. And I'm just like, wow, man, people really can't pick up on sarcasm. Like I clearly was holding a different bottle and I jokingly was like, Bleu de Chanel. And they were like, oh, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, man, I have to remember that some people really can't pick up on sarcasm. It's funny. Hi, Andy. My day's going all right. Does Club de Nuit Intense Man 22 have good longevity and projection? Not sure. I haven't tried the one in 2022. I tried the one that my sister's boyfriend bought last year. It's good. Hi, Bryce. Thanks for all the love, man. I always love seeing you in these chats and on my my comment section. Let's see. Let me catch up here. Do you find the Aventus cologne to be more of a panty dropper than the regular Aventus? Easily. I made a video on this about Aventus cologne versus Aventus and why, at least with everything I say comes from my personal experience with it and then the opinions I form with that. But Aventus cologne I really did enjoy much more than Aventus, and it was a simpler fragrance, which is why I think if you look it up on YouTube, you're going to hear people say that, oh, it's too basic for this. But if you're really going on mass appeal, and if you like using the words panty dropper, like, I'll cross that out. Like, I got better reactions from women with Aventus cologne than Aventus, easily. But men preferred original Aventus because, like, oh, it's unique, it's complex, it smells like there's a smoky note. But the girls didn't give a fuck about the smoky note, to be honest. And I'm telling you, the simpler things in life usually win out. All right. Sarcasm and dry humor is funny as heck. I love it. But yeah, I agree. Most people can't pick it up. Yeah, man, I thought I made that shit obvious too. I was like, yeah, ooh, get Bleu de Chanel when I was clearly holding a Parfums de Marly bottle in my hand. And yeah, people were shredding that. I was like, wow. Maybe it's a good thing they think that I suggested Bleu de Chanel. We'll see. I don't know, man. I personally have Sauvage Elixir, and it's great performance or great fragrance, but sometimes it's a bit offensive on the nose in the beginning. Yeah, that thing can definitely be intense. It's a long-lasting scent, though. I mean, you spray that on your clothes. I mean, I sprayed that on my sweater, man, and it stayed for weeks. And I washed the sweater multiple times within the span of like a month, and I still smelled it on that thing. It wouldn't leave. It would not leave. Let's see. Afternoon swim on Fragrantica only has one note, citrus. I don't really go on Fragrantica as much. I've made a video about, the video is literally titled, I Don't Trust Fragrantica, but that was mainly coming from the reviews I see on Fragrantica. Because before, that's what I used to look at of like, okay, is this likable? But then when I found out that most of the people that comment on that are fragrance connoisseurs, so that tend to like the more complex things and kind of consider the likable, mass appealing ones basic, I was like, yeah, I am not going to, at least for me, just from the reviews. With the voting, I don't look at that either. I just kind of steer away from that, and I'll just test the fragrance on my skin, and if I like the smell of it, I tell you. I don't look at any other reviews for it. Let's see. Black Phantom, Angel Share, Lyric, Carlisle, Leighton, and YEDP are my options. Okay, for the club, right? You can go with Leighton. Why not? YEDP if you want a freshie, for sure. Black Phantom is nice, but like for a nightclub, I don't know. There's something more regal about Black Phantom, and even, yeah, that I just don't really, like, you know, you're going to be smelling a bunch of Paco Rabannes in there, and then when you have a classy scent like Black Phantom, it's kind of just, I don't know, put it in a more deserving environment, you know what I mean? Like at a black tie event, at a gala, something like that. But I would say Leighton because it's still mass appealing. So yeah, go for that one. If you want the fresh option, you can go with YEDP. Let's see. Hey, Melissa. Awesome content and channel. Thank you. Cedrat Posay or Hot Chavat if you had to pick one. Cedrat Posay. My wife says some of my favorite colognes smell like an old man. Bleu de Chanel. I could see that. Sauvage. I could see that. La Nuit de l'Homme. The only freshie she likes on me is Versace Pour Homme. Any recommendations for other summer frags? Yeah. Versace Pour Homme, very likable fragrance. But, okay, for freshies, I do have to say, with La Nuit de l'Homme, La Nuit de l'Homme is the only one that I liked out of the ones that you mentioned. I could see how she would think Sauvage and Bleu de Chanel can smell like older guys, but just all guys in general, because it's a very kind of popular scent profile. I would say, if you want a freshie, you know what? YEDP is pretty nice. YEDP is nice and it's versatile. What do you recommend for delivery drivers who are outside sweating all day? Like a fresh fragrance easily, bro. Like the women's light blue intense. And yes, I'm talking to all you guys that are listening. The women's light blue intense over the men's, hands down. On a guy. Like, the women's is just better all around. It's sexier. It doesn't smell like generic, typical Ralph Lauren shower gel. I got an almost full bottle of Gentle Fluidity Silver for $100, just bragging about my steal. Nice, Samantha. Great steal. I love that for you. Let's see. Good niche recommendations for Arizona heat. Well, just so you know, I have a video on fragrances for the high heat and humid weather, so you can just YouTube that if you want to see my discount site links and you want to find all that sort of stuff, just so you know. But yeah, like summer frags, like I've said, the light blue intense. If you like Versace the Dreamer, you can go that route. I love Elysium. I love Molecule 01. You're welcome. Is Tom Ford fragrance a niche or designer perfume? He's a designer. It's a designer. And the thing that most people get confused with is because when they go to Nordstrom, most people think they're like, oh, Tom Fords are the elite among the designer fragrances, because most of your average people see the fancy Tom Fords, which are they're up there, the fancy Tom Fords at Nordstrom and Bloomingdale's and Neiman Marcus, and they're like, oh, these are priced at $250, and this costs more than Dior Sauvage. That means that Tom Ford is more exclusive and it's a better brand because it's more expensive. But in fact, with Dior, with Chanel, with Armani, they also have private blends, but they are more exclusive. You cannot just find them at your typical Nordstrom that most people shop at. You know what I mean? So those are harder to come across. So whenever someone's like, oh yeah, Tom Ford's the epitome of luxury because they're more expensive than the other fragrances, it's like, that's not the case, just because the other brands also have their fancy bougie fragrances, but they're just not as accessible to you. But yeah, Tom Ford does have some freshies, but he is a designer that has private blends like the other ones do. Dior is damn expensive. They are, yeah. All those private blends will definitely run you over $200. Melissa, would you let me wear Ultramail? You could wear whatever you want. Whatever you want. What fragrances have you been wearing recently? Molecule 01. Molecule 01 all day. I love that fragrance so much. It's slowly, like, you can kind of see where the line is at, of where it is. It's almost halfway already, and it's been 3 months that I've had that fragrance. And Gabriel, you said best gym colognes. I mean, you can go Legend Spirit. It's a fresh deodorant scent, but Molecule 01, like, to me, at least on my skin, this shit is untouchable. Like, nobody smells like me when I wear it. it very much is a signature scent because it adapts to everyone's skin chemistry in a certain way. So I love that. Did you hear Ultra Male? You did. Somebody wanted to wear Ultra Male, and if you want to wear it, go ahead. I have definitely spoken out a lot of times about how much I don't like Ultra Male. You won't like it, but I think Afternoon Swim is meh. I was underwhelmed, to be honest. That's fine. No problem. I want you all to know that, yes, I have my favorites, but I don't get butthurt when someone doesn't like my fragrance, like the fragrances I like, because I'm aware that it's subjective, you know? So honestly, if you don't like Afternoon Swim, that is good for me, because I don't have to worry about it constantly selling out the same way that one that will not be named is constantly selling out, which is why I haven't been talking about it. You know, I'm trying to keep that a little bit lower now because it's always just selling out, you know what I'm saying? But we're going to keep that shit hush. All right. Thoughts on Dylan Blue, please. The feminine one is more memorable, in my opinion. It's a fruity, musky fragrance. The masculine one is a forgettable scent, but it does the job. Now, keep in mind, when I say a forgettable scent, to me, I'm not saying it's a bad fragrance. It's definitely mass appealing. It's going to get you compliments, but it's just very, like, forgettable to me. You know what I mean? The best gym scent is Sauvage. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, totally. Any by Killian fragrance you like? I love Angel Share and Love Don't Be Shy. I love those. Let's see. Panicking why Prada Black is sold out everywhere. People love their Prada Black. They really love their Prada Black. Let's see. Oh, hold on. It's moving here. Molecule 01 at the gym, undefeated. I could see that ripped up. I could see how that would be undefeated. You should try Molecule 02. Yo, I'm down. The Soulmates, they're here. Yes. How are you? I hope you're doing well. I always appreciate y'all watching my videos and showing love. Thank you so much. Favorite PDM for men in the summer? My favorite PDM fresh fragrance is Sedley. I still find Sedley super unisex because it reminds me of Oceania. But if you want to smell like luxurious Sprite, regardless of if you're a guy, a girl, whatever, then rock. Please explain more. I mean that it's not a memorable scent. Like, it does the job. Like, the Dylan Blue will do that job, but it's not like, oh, yeah, Dylan Blue is so good. It's just Dylan Blue. There's just a lot of other things that smell like it, that it doesn't really, to me, it doesn't really stand on its own as its own fragrance. Like, I mean, yes, it's its own fragrance, right? But it's just kind of like clumped together with other things that smell super similar. So, let's see. Everyone knows the best gym scent is Flower Bomb. Samantha is 1,000% right. Everyone should go 30 sprays of Flower Bomb at the gym, especially when you're just hitting those heavy reps. Like, the sweetness from that scent mixed with the heat, perfect. Thank you, Samantha. Great recommendation. I'm hoping you do a video called One Niche and One Designer Fragrance for each month. Isn't that a good idea? I think so. Yeah, that's nice. I might break that down per season just because with months it can change. And of course, everyone's weather and climate is different from around the world. Prada Black is trash. You don't like Prada Black? Yeah, for me, not my personal favorite when I was wearing it, but like I think it smells great on my sister's boyfriend. Like, it's a nice scent. She loves it on him. Very peppery, you know. When are you gonna buy Club de Nuit Sillage? I don't know. We'll see. There was somebody that wanted to give me a sample of it, and to be honest, I'm not like interested in buying it. Like, I will try it, but I don't want to like buy it. You know what I mean? Should I get Harrod, Leighton, Carlisle, or Haltang next? Robert, get the one I don't like. So get Harrod. And stay away from the one I love, which I will say unnamed, which I know someone's probably going to name drop in a second. How about Mugler Angel? What do you think about it? I haven't tried it. Rosala at the gym, 10 sprays minimum. Bryce, you got it. Oh, the Soulmates. Thank you for the tip. You guys are very, very sweet. Very appreciative of you all. Yeah, Rosala's a beast. And I want to try 2 specific scents from Le Labo, another 13, and Santal 33, for the person that was asking. Let's see. Give me your best summer fragrance I can blind buy. Much love. Oh, I definitely have a favorite, but I won't suggest blind buying it because the tendency on people's skin, like it's the longevity for other people besides me. I think I'm the only person that I like the only person that I have seen and heard say that Elysium has good performance on their skin. I love Elysium, but the thing is, if you're gonna blind buy it, and most people, like 99% of people, get trash performance, then that's gonna suck, right? So I mean, the safe bet is Light Blue Intense by Dolce & Gabbana, the women's version for everybody. Let's see. I've heard so many things about Another 13. Would love to see your opinion. I'd so want to do that too, Samantha. I do. Have I tried Dior Fahrenheit? Yes, I did, and I did not like it. Kumusta? Hi, Michael. Kumusta? I love Harrod, but it doesn't last or project. That was my issue with Harrod too. I don't actually really love the scent though. I don't know if there's cherry in that fragrance. It's kind of like this cherryish tobacco-y scent, but when I first wore it, I hated it. And then the more I started to wear it, I kind of liked it. I was like, okay, yeah, I'm feeling this. And then the drop-off happened where I was like, I don't like this fragrance. So, pass. Your Fahrenheit smells like something Austin Power would wear. It smells hairy. I could see that. Yeah. Good options for a fresh fragrance from Sershoff. Renaissance was a nice minty fragrance, but still not like worth it to me, especially for like a $200 something fragrance that, I don't know, for me, I'm not wild about mint, but if that's your thing, you can do it. I'm proud of you, Panay. Oh, thank you, Michael. I appreciate you. Bulgari faves. I don't have a favorite from Bulgari. The ones that I've tried have been all right. I like the feminine one. I can't remember the name of it the most. That's the one I like the most. I've only tried one of the Terrence Hughes fragrances. It was sent to me by a follower, and I did not like it. It was called Violet Beryllium. Dior Homme Cologne. Honestly, it's okay. It's kind of, I find that one to be, it's good, but forgettable to me as well. I'm really into Hermes H24, but I've heard it doesn't project well. Any thoughts? I have only tried that on a test strip. I would love to try that on skin. Let's see. I think musk. Okay, let's see. L'Homme à la Rose. No, I have not tried that fragrance. And to be honest, with the MFKs, like they're solid and you're gonna still hear me recommend them time and time again. But I personally do not reach for MFKs in my daily rotation. They are there just because I think they're a great gateway fragrance house. But after I found kind of where my groove is, I don't really touch on the MFKs. Bulgari Cobra and Bulgari Black, best in that line for men. To be honest, Man in Black was a total pass for me with Bulgari. It's just, I don't know, Spice Bomb Extreme blows that shit out of the water easily. All right, let's see. Issey Miyake, haven't tried. I've tried, actually, one of them was my grandma's. I can't remember the name of that one in particular. You bought Club de Nuit Intense Man. That was a great recommendation. Thank you. Bro, Fahrenheit smells so much like gas. People thought I would spill my gas on clothes. Damn. My opinion on 1 million lucky. I like it. It's my favorite 1 million flanker. Let's see. No, I have not tried layering Leighton with Aventus Cologne. Let's catch up with the recent comments here. Have I heard of Al Haramain Lavender? I have heard of it, and I have not tried it. What would be your go-to for winter? It's winter here in New Zealand. Oh, definitely. Oh, yeah, Spice Bomb Extreme would be solid. There you go. Yeah, that's a good one. Let's see. What do you think of Sershoff Allende? I haven't tried that one. I've tried Alexandria too. Pass. Don't like that fragrance. I also had quite a honeymoon phase with that one where I was like, what the hell? Then I liked it. I was like, oh yeah, this is a good fragrance. I like it. And then it plateaued and I was like, the more I smelled it, wild. It's wild how like the more you try things, you can either start to really love them. Like it's just, you're like, yeah, I like it. And then it like the opinion changes after a few wears. And the funny thing is sometimes people would stumble across my channel and be like, you know, they would say something like, oh, like you're hyping this up, and then now like you're saying blah blah blah, and it's like, I'm not hyping anything up. I am sharing my authentic opinion with you during that time. I am documenting how I felt, in that particular moment about that fragrance. And if you see a video next year of me saying, you know what, after testing it more, a year later, I'm not really feeling this, that is not a bad thing. It's not normal to have your opinions like change over time when you try different things. That's just a part of, I feel like, the game. You know what I mean? I feel like people that are like, no, like if you change your opinion, you're a sellout. It's like, no. I mean, I used to enjoy Fierce by Abercrombie and Fitch, but am I wearing that in my mid 20s? Absolutely not. But that doesn't mean I was faking it when I was younger. Does that make sense? Hi, I'm late. No, you're good, Omar. But yes, women love some Paco Rabanne. You can't go wrong. But as a weary Paco can get be wary because it can get sweet. Definitely. Yeah, specifically the parfum gets a lot. And I feel like most people don't really know how to apply their fragrances correctly. So when they spray it, they get nauseated, or they get people around them nauseated. So just be cautious with that. I was like that with Gentle Fluidity Silver. Hated it at first. Now I dig it. You see, that's the part of the fragrance journey right there, is finding out what you like, what you don't like. And if you go from hate to love to hate, that's okay. It's okay. Don't let anybody guilt you into thinking that, you're a sellout, or that, you're, I don't know, like just things like that. It always makes me laugh. I'm like, man, so people can't change their opinions. Like, if I liked a peanut butter sandwich when I was 5 and I don't eat it as much anymore, does that mean that I was a sellout? You know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense. Where is your favorite place to spray? I spray elbows. I do my spray routine all the time, like one behind each ear, the back of my neck, the back of my shoulder blades. Fragrances are supposed to be fun. Some take it too seriously, like fashion. Fashion is fun. I agree with you. All of that is super fun. And I feel like before, my fashion sense when I was younger, totally different from now. But that doesn't mean I was never staying true to myself, right? It's just kind of like how, like, I never understood that logic when people are like, oh yeah, you can just switch up your opinion anytime, huh? It's like, well, I don't wear frilly socks like I did when I was 5 years old. Does that mean like I'm a fake? No. Come on now. Let's be cognitive here. Let's think. Let's be adults here. Thoughts on Noir Extreme. I've done an individual review of that fragrance. It's okay. Not really loving on it. Let's see. I don't have favorite notes just because I actually was on TikTok live before this video. Before this live, and people were asking me for my favorite note in fragrances, and I don't have one anymore because to me it's all dependent on how it's blended. Because some things, like I used to love cardamom until I smelled cardamom in another fragrance, and I was like, oh, I hate this. So it all depends on the way things are blended. Francis gave me a thumbs up. Autumn. It says, changing taste only makes sense. Every 7 years, our taste buds change and we have new experiences. So why wouldn't our refractory senses reflect that as well? You are 100% right. And apparently there is a lot of grown middle-aged people that you got to explain that to. Because it's funny, the only people that question me on that are like, they've only been middle-aged men. Only been. And it's just kind of like, it's always interesting, to kind of see those type of comments. But it's the same way as like before, I used to love more like designer scents because that's what I started with. And then I made that transition. But just because I no longer use Versace Eros doesn't mean that the time period that I did, I was faking it. You know what I'm saying? Does Angel Share sit close to your skin for y'all? No, that thing projects, bro. That thing goes off. Angel Share is a loud ass fragrance. One spray of that with a sample vial on me, my scent trail was going crazy for hours. Crazy. Yeah, the cardamom in Lanui is what made me love cardamom in the first place. 3 beast mode fragrances, like Oud Satin Mood. Oh, like not talking about the taste, talking about beast. Oh yeah, Rosala. Freaking amazing. Long lasting fragrance. That thing is so good. But in that instance, it's too intense for me personally. Hi, Melissa. I enjoy your content. Thank you. Do you have any recommendations of vanilla fragrances for hot weather? I do not. I do not recommend rocking a vanilla fragrance, a sweet fragrance, in hot weather at all, because it will get cloying. You might get nauseated by the smell, and other people around you might get nauseated with it. Same here, Melissa. See, Bryce, I love how you always got my back, man. Appreciate you. Leather scents. I don't really wear a lot of leather scents. Now, I have tried some, right? Like Tuscan leather, Falcon leather, but I don't live in a climate where I can wear them consistently enough and test them, because it's just warmer over here. The same way that you don't see me rocking a lot of leather jackets, because why? Like, who wears a leather jacket to the beach when it's hot? You know what I mean? And that's my type of vibe and lifestyle, is like beach, warm weather. So leather jackets and all that, not really in play with my fashion. But I actually want a nice leather jacket just for the purpose of having one, in case for any situation, for that kind of situation. But no, same with leather fragrances. I just, it's a pass for me. All right, a couple more questions, y'all, because I got to eat dinner and then dominate at Catan. Oh, didn't you know? And everything. Autumn. If there's one thing we can relate to, well, we can relate to a lot, actually. You and I, like, I'll see your comments and I'll be like, damn, this girl's just preaching. And I agree with everything she's saying, you know? So, yeah, trust me, I've had my fair share of know-it-alls on my page. And it's funny, like, let me just let y'all in on this real fast. I would get people, like men in particular, telling me how to run my channel, like, you need to do this. And I would say something as simple, I would just say no. And then the next comment is, no need to get offended. Don't take it personal. I'm just saying, it's like, I literally say back, I'm not taking it personal. I just told you no. So the fact that the one word no would trigger that kind of response means that they're a bit unstable, and they're a bit definitely sensitive and insecure. Because no secure person would go off like that if someone just straight up told them no. You know what I mean? So, whatever, whatever. Let's see. YSL low worth getting. I think it's solid. Performance kind of sucks, so get the big bottle and spray the shit out of that. If you want a discount link for that, I have YouTube videos on it, and you can find the big bottle for it. All right, y'all. Well, you're going to head out. I got to head out too, Bryce. What am I eating for dinner? I made this Filipino dish called pochero last night, which is basically like some tri-tip in this stew with some cabbage, and there's like a plantain in there as well. So, yeah. Would you consider fashion content? Absolutely. I'm so down, because I'm actually in that transition where I'm really trying to find and hone in on my fashion sense. So I'm down to do that. I've been doing videos with chains because I love my chains, and I would love to try more. So hell yeah. I'm down to talk about anything on this page. And I know people say, hey, you should keep stuff separate. But hell no. Because I know that some of us here have overlapping interests, and to me that is so fun. Like when I talk about something I'm interested in that I don't know if a lot of you like, and then they're like, hey, can you do more videos on those chains? Like, I love those too. And it just makes my day. Oh, James, thanks for the tip. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Am I Filipino? I am Filipino, yes. I never understood that. Okay, anyways, you're amazing. You're amazing, Max. Anyways, I hope to see you all in the next video. If you have any questions, you can always DM me on Instagram, or just leave comments on my YouTube, my TikTok, whatever the case may be, all right? Have a great night, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.